So I'm turning 31 in a couple of weeks. Sometimes I feel like I wasted my 20s, and some other times I feel like they were productive, because I made a lot of mistakes and I've been able to adjust a little bit for my 30s. And today I would like to discuss just that, and to reflect on some financial goals that you should aim for before you turn 30, so you can get in a better shape financially. Hi guys, my name is Giuseppe and I'm a finance graduate, former financial analyst and money nerd. And today we're going to discuss some of the most important financial milestones you should achieve before you turn 30. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, leave your comfortable nest. First thing first, unless you are doing a very long study pathway, such as a PhD, medicine or law, by the time you're 30, you should be outside of your parents' house. I mean, I left my parents' basement at 29, so I'm not the best example of this. But the problem is, by the time you're 20 and working, you should detach from your parents' house. Yeah, there might be some situations such as extinguishing student debts or saving up for a down payment for a house. But if you keep staying in a situation in which you're living rent-free and groceries-free, I think you do a disservice to yourself, because you're living an inflated lifestyle. You're basically playing easy mode. Like, nothing wrong with that, but just understand that the return to reality might be a very cold shower. And this is a serious problem in some countries, especially in countries such as Italy, in which many people do not find any kind of stability until they're 30 or something. But imagine the shock if you're living with a 2,000 euro salary in an area in which supposedly you should be paying something like 700 euros of rent that you're not paying because you're staying with your parents, and all of a sudden you add this monthly expense. You lose 35% of your salary overnight, and it's still not considering the grocery side. So don't be like me, don't be a mammone. Number 2, get a job where you can learn and earn. Okay, the second step to survive before you turn 30 should be to find a job. Ideally, you want to be in something in which you are learning skills and earning money. If you can do both, learn and earn, it's amazing, because you're getting paid to acquire skills. If you're only learning but not earning a lot, it's fine, because you can use the skills later down the road to earn more. Just make sure that you're able to survive and stay afloat with your salary though. If you're just earning but not learning a lot, it's still fine, as you can acquire skills by investing those money into courses or mentorships. But if neither of the two is true, then it's time to move on and look for something else. Number 3, have an idea of your direction and push forward by investing into skills. Well, by the time you're 30, you should have enough work experience to at least understand the direction you want to have in life, roughly, and not thinking about lateral moves every week. There are some skills that are probably gonna be very helpful in any career or industry you're gonna work in, and those are mainly related to your ability to deal with people. Because love it or hate it, you're gonna deal with people for the rest of your life. So learn how to read a room, how to negotiate, how to be a likable person and a colleague, how to collaborate with everyone, and how to ask for something. Some of these are evergreens that you're gonna use for the rest of your life. You definitely do not want to reach 30 with the social skills of a Discord or Reddit moderator. For the rest, have a direction of what you want to do and pursue that. And you can always accelerate your learning experience by investing in skills throughout courses, mentorships, or coaching. Also, if you're dealing with any kind of hard subjects such as math, science, coding, nowadays you can pretty much ask ChatGPT to explain that to you in simpler terms. So it's basically like having a university professor for free whenever you need it. Number 4, be in control of your expenses. By the time you're 30, I'm not saying that you should take a note of every expense you do on a spreadsheet or on an app, but at least have a clear idea of your monthly outflows and have a strong control over yourself. At 30, you're a goddammit adult, and so you gotta be able to say no to stuff you do not need when you are in a bad position with money. But if you really want to be in control, keep diligently track of your expenses, so you can have a consistent baseline of your monthly outflows. You can only improve what you measure. Number 5, pay off consumer debt. In tandem with the previous point, by the time you're 30, you better avoid any kind of consumer debt, since this has very high interest rate. So if you have credit card debt of any sort, please kill it before turning 30. Do this as a gift for yourself. The only acceptable use of credit cards should be to build your credit score, if you live in a country that has that system. I personally don't, so no credit cards for me, I guess. But yeah, just pay it off and stay away from that if you have problems with compulsory spending. Ideally, by 30, you want to be debt-free and pay off your student loans as well, if you have any. Number 6. Get an emergency fund for at least 3 months. So following the need to control your expenses and avoid consumer debt, it would be fantastic if, based on your monthly expenses, you can also accumulate 3 months of savings and set them aside on a high-yield savings account, so you can solve the majority of unforeseen issues with that amount of money. Like 3 months should be the minimum if you're single with no kids and living alone, but 6 months should be instead the minimum if you instead have kids, or you're working in an industry with high turnover, or maybe you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer and 12 months should be even better. 7. Set a saving target. Now, you have to have a direction also when it comes to money. This might be saving for a house, saving 2 million to retire early, or saving for whatever. You need to set aside money, but first you need a goal for that money and possibly a time frame so you understand where you're going. Without a target to strive for, you definitely risk to save for the rest of your life just for the sake of it and spend your life in increasing the number in your bank account. That admittedly is a very sad existence. So take a deep look into yourself and understand what you want to achieve and plan accordingly. Number 8. Start investing. Money needs to be put at work, unsaved, or inflation is gonna eat it. So it will be amazing if you can wrap your head around investing. This might mean buying stocks, buying real estate properties, or any kind of income-producing asset. Start putting some money at work, but remember that money is like a soap bar. So the more you touch it, the smaller it becomes. And consider that before thinking about hundreds of different investments idea every week. Also take advantage of tax breaks when it comes to investing account. But yeah, talk with a financial and a tax advisor about that. And number 9, get in a healthy shape. This might not look financially sounded or financially relevant, but hear me out. Being in a better shape influences your entire life at 360 degrees. You work better and you can withstand work more, both physical and intellectual. You increase your life expectancy, meaning that you have more years to work before pension or to compound your assets. And you're also going to decrease your health expenses as well. And here I would really like to quote a powerlifter that I like a lot, Ray Williams, when he says that your best ability is your availability. So the ability of being present and not being stranded on a bed due to back pain, fever, or whatever. So health is probably the most important thing that you can protect in your life. And the amount of benefit that you can get from being in a good shape and healthy is countless, even financially. Like I'm turning 31 in 2 weeks, and many people say that I look like at 25 years old. I used to take this as an insult, but now I think it's a compliment. It means that me taking care of my health is yielding results. So guys, here you have it, 9 financial goals to have before turning 30. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And you might also be interested in understanding why it will be important to keep a low profile and a humble lifestyle. And you can find it here. Bye!